Josh Giddey returned to the lineup for the Bulls tonight after missing 4 straight games with that ankle injury, and boy did the Bulls need it, as the offense clearly ran much more smoothly, more efficiently, and most importantly, much more focused and organized in closing out the game, which we did not see in the Bulls' last game against the Atlanta Hawks, where they had that collapse in the fourth quarter and blew a 17-point lead, getting outscored 50-25 in that quarter alone. Because I have to admit, I didn't think the Bulls were winning this one when the Bucks ended up taking that 4-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go. The Bulls, just historically speaking, have not fared well in those situations with a close game on the line, down 2 possessions. But thanks to some huge heads-up defensive plays from Patrick Williams, some timely run offense by Giddey, and a huge 3 on his part to put the Bulls back up in the final minute, the Bulls were able to finish this one off with a W back at home. This, of course, after a pretty disappointing loss to the Bucks at the UC earlier in the week, who were without both Giannis and Dame in that game. Now, Giannis did miss this game as well due to an illness, but Damian Lillard had one of his better games against the Bulls since being traded to the Bucks, as he's typically struggled against us since joining Milwaukee, but even his insane foul baiting could not stop the Bulls in this game. That one swipe through 3 on Torrey Craig that was called at the top of the key really got under my skin. Like, that clearly was not a foul. The Bucks were already on a little run as it was. It gave them an additional 3 free throws. They closed the lead to 2 points and then scored on a couple of ensuing possessions after that to then give them the lead. I really thought that foul was going to be the turning point in affecting the outcome of the game, but luckily for the Bulls, they closed it out on an impressive 13-5 run to defeat their division rival. Before I continue on with the video though, a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Game Time. We all love going to games in person. There is just something about watching the game live, up close and personal, the smell of the popcorn, the hot dogs, the fries, all of it. But sometimes buying tickets to a game and the experience of getting your tickets delivered to you is not the best. Ticket prices in general are insane right now. Are you getting a good deal? Are you not getting a good deal? How do you know that you're not even being scammed? Well, you can take out the guesswork of buying tickets with Game Time picks. Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. When you bring people together at live events, the experience is just that much better, and it can make also for a perfect gift for others. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for live events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out all the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets, which I personally love because I don't want to spend countless hours trying to find the best deal when it can be filtered out for me. And right now, this holiday season, Game Time is offering viewers of this channel $20 off your first purchase. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BULLSCENTRAL. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem with the code BULLSCENTRAL for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? You know what time it is. Game Time. Now, I can't say enough about Josh Giddey and his impact on this game in his return. One, because I recently traded for him in my fantasy league, which I'm very proud of considering he just posted his best stat line of the season. But aside from his incredible line where he put up 23 points on 9 for 15 shooting, 15 rebounds and 10 assists to go along with a steal and a block, to me what was most telling was his box plus minus, a team high plus 17 when he was on the court. We usually like to harp on Giddey and his overall net rating when he's on, which wasn't good to start off the year, but has since, in the past month or so, made a turnaround when he's been on the positive side for the Bulls' overall net rating when he's been on the court. And tonight, the Bulls were noticeably better when he was on the floor. And unlike what had been happening, where Billy Donovan was opting for other guys to close out the game and have Josh ride the bench in clutch moments, Billy Donovan actually took Lonzo Ball out and brought Giddey in those final 3.5 minutes or so. And without Giddey being in that closeout lineup, I honestly don't know if the Bulls win this game, because even though Giddey's defense wasn't the best, it never really is, it was his rebounding, boxing out of the Bucks to prevent them from getting second chance points off their misses that really sealed it. Giddey always found himself in the right place to get those boards, and then would quickly push the pace in transition to take advantage of an older Bucks team that isn't as fast in getting back on defense. Great stuff from Josh Giddey all around. It was also great to see Lonzo Ball back after missing a few games due to illness. Was money from outside, going 3 for 4 from deep, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. There's just an extra level of defensive tenacity that is contagious on the rest of the guys when he's on the court. And then how about this? 3 guys for the Bulls over 20 points tonight, 4 of their 5 starters in double figures. Giddey with 23, Vucevic had a great game as well, head-to-head with Brook Lopez, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, just 1 turnover in 38 minutes. Man had to play a lot of this game with no Jalen Smith tonight, and he held his own throughout it, never really looking that tired. And of course, continuing to knock down the 3 ball, going 3 for 7 from deep, 10 for 24 overall. Another solid effort from Nikola Vucevic. Coby White, the other man with 20 plus points. What I liked seeing from Coby in this one was that he actually was attacking and slashing and getting to the basket. He wasn't simply settling for outside shots, which I feel like has been the case a lot with Coby White in the past couple weeks or so. He was beating guys off the dribble, going up and under and finishing over the Bucks bigs. He was 1 for 5 from 3. He got most of his points around the basket, going 9 for 16 overall, 4 assists as well, and finished the game up plus 12. Zach Lavine was a little quieter in this game on the scoring front. He didn't take that many shots, only 12, but he also didn't really have to take that many because other guys were able to take that burden off of him, whereas he was throwing everything up against the Hawks because aside from him and Javon Carter of all people, no one else was really generating offense in that game. That said, Zach was still doing other things in this one to keep the offense going with nice passes in transition, finding open cutters to the basket. He ended up tallying 7 assists as well as 6 rebounds. And then Patrick Williams, I've been saying this, but I actually really like what I've been seeing from Pat since he came back from his recent injury earlier in the season. He's been much more purposeful in how he creates his own shot, attacks the basket more, his handles have improved a bit, he's not afraid to take contact, and hell, Patrick Williams finally showed some emotion in this game after that steal and breakaway dunk in the final seconds to put the Bulls up 3. I've never seen Pat scream like that before. Give me some more of that. Get your team hyped, get the crowd into it. Just great effort from Pat defensively guarding guys like Portis and Middleton who struggled to shoot the ball in this game, a lot of it because of Pat deterring their shots. Bulls didn't get as much help from the bench tonight outside of Lonzo Ball, though it was good to see Modest back in the game after that 1-game absence, had himself a couple nice blocks, good roll to the basket and a finish. I still want to see Modest get more minutes, man. I get it. He's still working on his game, and obviously Billy doesn't care about tanking or keeping the pick. He's playing to win, and he's going to go with the guys that give him the best chance at winning. But it's really a shame when you see the potential this kid has and you're not giving him that kind of run to really develop him properly. I mean, I guess it's better than him getting DMPs, but still. How about this? The Bulls won this game only putting up 36 threes, which I know would have been a lot for them just a couple of seasons ago, but that's well below average for the Bulls, who were throwing up 53s like it was nothing more recently. 116 points on 33 assists. They won the rebounding game despite the Bucks having the size advantage, and hey, only 11 turnovers as well. Good game overall for the Bulls. I know the tanking fans aren't going to be happy, but there were a lot of things I like seeing from this game, most notably to Josh Giddey, who is going to be part of the Bulls' future. Whether Bulls fans like it or not, the front office already made that pretty clear in their heavy pursuit of him this summer. And it's not going to look any better for the tanking fans either, as the Bulls' next 2 games are against the Hornets and Wizards coming up this week on Monday and Wednesday. In the meantime, though, guys, let me know what you thought of this game. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.